I have no clever segue. Secret Life of Pets 2. I saw the first Secret Life of Pets. My review for that, oddly enough, has Mark in it, but he didn't see it with me. He loves it, even though I don't think he's ever seen it. I'm obviously playing a joke on there. But it was a good little movie, the first Secret Life of Pets. It was a nice little welcome surprise in the summer months. And I finally got around to see this one. It's a nice little movie. It's a sweet little movie. There's nothing objectively wrong with the movie. Although I say that there's some cliches, like actually having a villain, like a legitimate villain in the movie, was an odd choice, I thought. Because the first movie did not have like a legitimate villain. There was no one evil person that was trying to stop them from doing something or trying to do something bad. It was just the circumstances of the arrangement. The new dog and the trials and tribulations that came with that, and the circumstances arose that caused the problem. And there is technically a legitimate villain in one of the three stories. And I think that's the problem, is that while it's not done in an anthology style, this very much felt like three separate stories. Because there's three separate stories going on throughout the movie that all kind of join into one story by the end. Which is technically how these kind of movies go. Or not these kind of movies, but you know what I mean. How a lot of movies that have multiple plot threads go. But the problem is they all felt like a separate story, like a legitimate separate story that just felt like, okay, now don't forget this is going on here. Hey, let's come back to this real quick. So if the best I can say is it starts with a narration. By the way, I didn't notice it. I mean, I noticed it was Patton Oswalt, but I didn't notice it was Patton Oswalt as opposed to Louis C.K. It was just that, oh, okay, he just seamlessly his voice seamlessly kind of transitioned in, which is good, because I know there was the whole Louis C.K. issue a while back, and it's good that the person they got to take over. First of all, I love Patton Oswalt as a comedian, as an actor, and as a voiceover artist. I think his voice does lend that kind of unique everyman who's a little quirky but fun, but he's got a good heart and all that. At the same time, maybe being a little neurotic, so he's got a great voice for that. Everyone who was in the original returned pretty much. Kevin Hart returned. Can't remember. I don't believe it's Sarah Silverman. I can't remember who voiced Gidget. But we have a couple new characters. One played by Tiffany Haddish, who was a dog. I can't remember the type of dog she's, like a Bichon or something like that. It's a little foofy dog who enlists the help of, Captain Snowball to save a tiger, which is basically the end story that joins together. And Harrison Ford, who plays Rooster, who's the farm dog, who is the best character in the entire effing movie. What's wrong with him? He tends to run, so let him run. Well, he might climb up a tree, then then your boy will be up a tree. Then he might fall off and hurt himself. Well, apparently your boy got really high in this tree in this hypothetical scenario. Well, the world's really dangerous, and if he gets hurt, he'll learn not to do it again. You know how many chords I chewed on as a kid in my life? I'm guessing a lot. 1. I walked backwards for a week, but I never did it again. Yeah, he's just a badass farm dog, and Harrison Ford's voice really has that gruff, like, yeah, I'm a badass, I've seen things, you're being a puss, stop being a puss and be a man kind of voice to him. How dumb are the sheep on this farm? The little sheep stuck in an apple tree, say, what are you doing in that tree that's just on a cliff? It's like, it has apples in it. Oh, man, my foot staff. Woo! Just, he's like, oh, I might die. It's okay, I got apples. Animation-wise, it's still just as good as the original. If anything, it's a bit more sporadic with some of its scenes. One scene in particular, there's just a scene of Snowball the Rabbit having a kung fu fight with a monkey. It's as weird but hilarious as it sounds. Ah, man. But there's one of the main plots is, because it starts out with them having a kid, the owner having a kid, getting married and having a kid. And, he says, I don't like kids, but this is my kid. So, yeah. But he becomes really worrisome and overprotective of him, so he gets like this neurotic tick in him, and he starts scratching. They got to give him a cone. And they go on the farm, and he finds his courage. That's the main backbone of like the first third. Which, by the way, this movie's only like this movie's not even an hour and a half. Felt about an hour and a half, but it's not even an hour. It's like 86 minutes. Then the second part is, Max gives him his, was it Buddy Bee or something like that? It's a little squeaker. It's like his favorite mosquito. It's that time of year, unfortunately. Gives Gidget his like favorite toy to keep an eye on while he's away on the farm. And, he's like, okay, I'll take care of you, and, I'll guard my life, and obviously she can't. However, that leads to her, I think it's called Busy Bee. It's a little squeaker. Going into the apartment of a crazy cat lady, and she tries to do her best to go through there, and there's this giant monster cat, and because basically she has a backup plan that involves a little laser pointer, and cats like to chase laser pointers. Not every cat, surprisingly, but a lot of cats. And basically, when they don't fall for it anymore, it's like plan B. They see the light, and then she gets light, and he immediately the little hamster turns it off, and she just, I caught the light. She caught the light. She is the chosen one. They all worship her like a god. It's like, yeah, I can imagine a cat that actually, you see a cat, and a cat sees someone actually catch the light and be like, you are God to me. Yeah, but the main, backbone, not the main plot, that's not even the main plot, because it is not the main thing we start with. It's the thing it's like the secondary plot that shows up, or third plot that shows up, when I think about it. And it's what we end on, though, what involves a evil Russian dude with his wolves and all that stuff. Basically have like a tiger cub, which is, I can tell you right now, that might not have been a full-grown tiger, but that thing was not that thing was like a young adolescent. That thing had to be like a year old. It was, or at least a couple months. That thing was on the big side. And for a couple of those seasons, I'm like, I know you're scared, but you're a tiger. Come on. So yeah, it involves saving the tiger, and that's where the climax of the film takes place, on the train. And this guy, look, I think they may have killed some wolves in this thing. Like, they fell off the train, and we don't know what happened to them. And then they beat up the evil Russian guy, and then you see, the crazy cat lady, adopted the tiger, which right off the bat, that's one of the things I'm like, wait, what? You have a tiger loose in an apartment complex. Those other cats are probably going to be food for it when it grows up, because yes, it's acting all cute and cuddly as a kitten right now, but it's a tiger. No human animal is safe in there, no matter how tame it may be. Trust me, you know how long it took us to domesticate modern household cats and dogs? We haven't not domesticated tigers, and we probably never will. Like, big cats like that, they're not going to be domesticated, at least in our lifetime. If they're still around in, say, 1,000 years, maybe if we tried to, we could domesticate them. But the amount of generations it would take to actually domesticate big cats is just not something we'll ever see in our lifetimes. But the point is, it's like, I'm watching, it's like, and then at one point, the tiger just goes into one of the apartments. It's Chloe's apartment, the fat cat. And it's like, she's trying to wake her owner, and the tiger just yells, growls at her, or roars at her to wake her up. It's a tiger, and how has no one reported this? Maybe in the deleted scenes, they do call animal control and they send it to a zoo or something. Oh man. But look, there's nothing. Again, there's nothing terrible about the movie. It's not even really bad. The only thing I thought was interesting / odd was the fact that there was a legitimate villain in the movie. That was the thing I felt that was kind of odd, if I'm going to be honest. But, and only for part of the movie. It wasn't like he was the main antagonist from the beginning to end. Like, oh no, this is the guy we got to thwart. No, he just shows up, he's an ass, and there you go, he gets what's coming to him. But look, I liked it. It's a cute film, absolutely. They would have had to try really hard to mess this up. Some of the jokes are repeated, so they do feel a little stale. They really only address the Gidget loves Max thing once. and that's it. So that was a little confused. It's like, it seemed like in the end of the first one, he was like, he's like, oh, you've always been there for me, and maybe we could try something. Then she glopped him and licked him. So I'm like, okay, are they like a couple by the end of it? No, okay. Oh, and there's one other, I can't remember the Pops, the paralyzed basset out. He's teaching like a puppy course, and he's like, I need to make a poop. Well, you know where you poop, go find a shoe. She's teaching puppies and one kitten. Go find a shoe. It's like, I pooped in a boot. You won't find it for a while. And she's like, now you have tears, man. You have tears in your eyes. I'm so proud of you. Pickles, which is the name of the little pup that pooped. Like, okay, we're all just laughing. And then the end credits too has a nice little thing with Snowball, the rabbit, and they show you clips of dogs interacting with their kids and stuff like it. It is cute. It's adorable. Trailers, Addams Family. I need another trailer for that. I like the trailer we have, but I need another trailer for that. I will give them this. They've shortened this trailer, so it's not as bad as the full trailer. One second, I want to try to get the mosquito. I missed. They shortened this trailer, so it's not as bad as the original one, but it's still terrible. I'm probably going to be at this movie, which really sucks. But hey, look, I can't... God damn, I'm like... The lights, the swords, I can't get a good grasp of depth perception when I see these damn things. Anyway. So, yeah, I gotta see bad movies just as much as I gotta see good movies. Let's see here. We had Angry Birds 2. I thought the first one was okay at best. Not the worst thing in the world. They could have done a lot worse. It wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible. I got a couple laughs, and it's nice animation, so there's that. Abominable, which is one of the newest trailers for it. And look, I didn't love Little Feet, or what was it, Small Feet? Oh, the Smallfoot. I didn't love Smallfoot, but I thought there was something there for a concept with involving like the Yeti and stuff. This looks a bit more closer to what I would like to see from this kind of that kind of premise. The Yeti doesn't talk or anything like that, but he's got magical abilities. And, there's things about a girl, at the bottom with her father who's missing, them going on an adventure. It looks very colored. The animation looks nice. It's probably got to have some okay songs. So, yeah, I'm all for that movie, honestly. My Spy with Dave Bautista, they don't say when that movie's coming out. That's the thing I kind of find interesting on that, is they don't say when that movie's coming out. I'm interested to see it, just like I'm interested for Stuber. Because I want to see, because I really like Dave Bautista as an actor, even though he's not the strongest, and he'll admit that himself. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do as possibly a leading man in a couple movies. He does seem to have a bit of a niche in comedy right now. He does seem to be able to, something fell out of my pocket, be able to find his footing as long as he's got in the right hands of a proper director. And I think if I'm going to say which one by the trailers, I think he looks better in, like him himself, personally in his performance. It would be in Stuber. I think he definitely has a bit more of his stride in Stuber just from the trailers. That's not to say there's not some moments in the My Spy trailer where he doesn't come off as funny. But I think he just looks a bit better in Stuber right now. But I'll wait to see how that plays out when I see the movies. And last but not least, Yesterday. I'm looking forward to Yesterday. I am. Yesterday, all my problems were so far away, but I believe in yesterday. So yeah, it's no Coldplay. It's no, I can't remember this Sam because I don't, I Miss You. That was it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that movie. This week's going to be Men in Black, so just keep your eyes up for that. I'm not going to announce what I'm doing for the week of What If. I'm pretty sure next week's going to be the week of What If next week, but I will say that, I'm going to be doing something a little different because I'm actually going on a little vacation next week. Monday through Wednesday, I will not be doing maybe Wednesday when I get home. But Monday through Wednesday, I'm not going to be really doing any updates or anything like that. However, I'm not forgetting any of my videos next week. I'm going to pretty much pre-record everything between Monday and Wednesday and upload it on Sunday or Monday morning. That's what I'm going to do. So, yeah. So just keep your eyes out for those. So you're going to get like a bulk of videos like within one day. But then don't expect anything from the coming days after that. So, yeah, I'll re-announce this probably around Saturday when I get around to doing it. Till then, though, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I will see you folks next time. Stay tuned for Men in Black on Thursday. My videos for tomorrow are already pre-recorded. And, oh yeah, Death Battle prediction will be up tomorrow as well. So just keep your eyes out. Later, folks.